Yeah, look, proud of this one for sure.
The 2026 Vancouver budget. It's a $2.4 billion plan. It sets taxes and revenue targets for next year, and more than 600 members of the public have signed up to speak at City Hall about it, more than any other budget in a long time. But what's actually in the budget? First, more money for police. The biggest increases in the proposed budget are a 10% increase in spending to police services and a 6% increase for fire and rescue. This is similar to increases they have gotten in previous years and is part of Mayor Ken Sim and ABC putting public safety at the top of their priority list. But they also have another big priority.
And we are committed to making life more affordable for the residents of Vancouver, which means zero means zero.
One of the biggest headlines of the budget is it will prevent a property tax hike for next year, at least on the local portion of your taxes. So when you want more funding for police and fire and a freeze to the overall budget, what does that mean?
Where's the beef?
Well, it means cuts in other places. The Urban Design, Planning and Sustainability Department by 14%, and the Arts, Culture and Community Services by 12%. Specifics are still being worked out, since Council only asked staff to prepare a budget with a property tax freeze last month. Things under consideration include drastically reducing the climate department and moving its work inside a bigger team, which Sim denies would be a total elimination, but he didn't rule out possible cuts there.
I think the bigger question is, if we're concerned about the environment and sustainability, is what outcomes are we getting? And we are committed to making sure that the outcomes are there. And so you're asking me a question I can't answer right now just because it's up to the city manager.
It also includes cutting hundreds of jobs if they can't get voluntary resignations or early retirements. And perhaps most importantly of all, boosting non-tax revenue in 2026. So examples of places they're hoping to get more money from the public is from program revenue, from $86 million to $101 million, parking revenue from $81 million to $92 million, and bylaw fine revenue from $26 million to $37 million. Now, this new budget will have to pass in 2 stages. The general direction will have to be approved this month, and a more detailed line item approval would happen in the first quarter of 2026. With Sim's ABC party holding a majority on council, it's likely this budget will pass both stages, despite concerns from minority councillors and hundreds of members of the public at City Hall. Though what that means for ABC's electoral hopes, we'll have to wait until next October. Justin McElroy, CBC News, Vancouver.